We're going to continue talking about heating and cooling, and today we're going to talk about changes in state. I'm not going to go into a lot of examples and things. I just wanted to give you the basic terms as we move through the states of matter. So I have the three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Now, in the red, when we're moving in this direction, is an increase in thermal energy of particles. So there is an increase in heat, which means there's an increase in movement between the particles, causing the change of state. And when we go in this direction, it's a decreasing of thermal energy of the particles, so the heat energy goes down, and so the particles start to move less and get closer together. Moving from a solid to a liquid, it's called melting. Moving from a liquid to a gas is called evaporation. Moving from gas to a liquid, condensation. Liquid to a solid is called freezing. To go from solid to a gas is called sublimation, and to go from gas to a solid is called deposition. So the easiest example is this: to go from a solid to a liquid. Imagine an ice cube, and you add heat energy, it turns into a liquid water. And if you add more heat energy, putting the water into a kettle, it eventually turns into gas, and the steam, the evaporation of that. To go backwards, you cool gas and you get water vapor. That condensation turns into a liquid water. You put that liquid into a freezer, and it turns into a solid. To go from an example of sublimation from a solid to a gas, the only example I can think of is when you have an ice cube. Have you ever had an ice cube that's in the freezer and it's from a solid, and then you go in after a couple of months, if you leave it in there and it's just gone, it's completely disappeared? That's sublimation. An example of deposition is, have you ever been driving in the car and it's really cold outside, and the cold air goes from being a gas to being a solid, ice on your windshield, without passing through the state of liquid. So those are some easy examples. A good target for this video is to try and come up with your own examples of the different states in matter, changes in state.